Damn. So
Yeah.
I actually had an interest. I was giving a presentation to some students in San Diego, and somebody came
Okay.
and she said, "Yeah, I went to go get. I tried to finance a Tesla, 2021 Tesla, and I got denied, right?"
Yeah.
And she said, "I don't understand because I know you talk about okay, we need to already have experience having a car, have the car. Why did I get denied?" And I said, "Well, what auto loans do you have on your on your credit report?" She said, "Well, I don't have anything. I have a Tesla,
Oh man.
but I bought it. I bought it in cash." And I said, "Oh, that's what it is. You have a Tesla already, but you bought it in cash, but you were now trying to finance it. That's what it was. They're going to deny you because you don't have any proof that you're able to handle any financing with that same car, even half of it,
She
right?"
could have had an 800. She's still gonna get denied.
She was going to get denied. So that's
Auto credit history is different from, just having credit history. That's the thing I want to make people realize. So yeah, no, that's definitely a
it,
learning moment.
it goes back to it's not about your credit score. It's about what's on your credit report.
Yeah, exactly.
Talk
The
about that.
data points.
Right. So it's all about your data points. So yeah, if you're trying to and I'm sure Michael could talk more about it, but the rule of thumb is if you're trying to get a $60,000 car, right, finance it, put it in your business name, you need to have some type of trade line that's at least half of that $60,000, right?
I had a 30,000. I don't know if it's a make or break rule, but that's what worked for me.
But right, exactly. So
Yeah.
it's about half. So you're trying to get 60, you want to see like 30, right? So
Yeah.
that's a good play in itself.
Somebody said Wells Fargo play, bro.
The Wells Fargo play.
All right, you want to get into it?
The
You want to
Wells
get
Fargo
into the Wells
play.
Fargo? Hold on. Before we get into the Wells Fargo play, y'all gonna be patient. Credit take patience, so y'all gonna be patient with us. Hold on. Some people were asking questions earlier, I think. Okay. What was the website for the operating agreement? And then what's the Wells Fargo play? We're gonna get into that. What was the website for the operating agreement thing?
You want to go to eforms.com. Eforms.
Reforms.com.
You want to make sure that you sign up for the free trial, download your operating agreement, and go ahead and cancel.
Okay, cool. And then someone said my last question is your thoughts on freezing certain accounts and bureaus. Freezing certain accounts and bureaus.
You talking about the
So is it
secondary?
like the secondaries?
I think she talking about the secondaries.
Or the like Experian in them. So assuming you're talking about the secondaries, that is a way you could go. It depends on how you dispute it. Because if you're doing consumer law, I mean, you could just send out your letters, your affidavit of truths, and all that because the law is a law. But if you're doing traditional credit repair, you can freeze those LexisNexis and all that. But if you're still here, if you want to clarify, because I don't know what you mean by certain accounts. So I guess just elaborate on it. Anything? Okay, so you're talking about secondary. Yeah, so you could freeze the secondaries and then do your dispute. A commonly known method is like the 2-week method. A number of people that got my DIY ebook, they use that method. They got stuff removed. So you could do something like that. They backdate it. But yeah, that's something you could do. And understand with credit, there's so many different ways of how to dispute. But one thing that I'll say, because I was talking to people in the DMs one time after I dropped the episode talking about the e-Oscar. A lot of people don't realize that when you're sending in your dispute, it's scanned by a computer system. So you got to think, it's billions of people in the world. They're not going to be looking at every dispute manually. So it goes through a system called the e-Oscar system. And basically it's a computer reading your dispute and then it just gives you a code like, oh, this is verified, etc. And then, you get stressed out. You got to submit again. So a way that I tell people to bypass the e-Oscar system is just literally like highlighting random words on a dispute so that when it scans through, it messes up the computer system. So now it has to go to an actual person. You know what I'm saying? So that's something you could do. I dropped a podcast episode on that. If you listen to the CAP podcast, you already know what time it is. If you're new in here, you probably don't know what time it is, but tap in.
Look, that's what's
Yeah,
up.
let's tap in, man. Let's tap in. So you can't freeze those secondaries. Anything you want to add on that?
Yeah, some of the secondary bureaus that are popular to freeze: Sage Stream,
Yeah.
LexisNexis, Innovis, CoreLogic, Check Systems. Those are major ones. But when you're going through the credit repair process, If you want to freeze them, okay, go ahead and freeze them. However, once you complete, open up everything. Open up everything. That means unfreeze everything. Go back to those websites and unfreeze them. That's very important.
Oh yeah, keep those PIN numbers and everything before you go into funding.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't want to mess up that funding for sure.
I was getting denial when I right after freezing everything.
Damn. Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Out from U.S. Bank, and I couldn't understand why. And
Yeah.
they don't tell you why. They don't tell you why you get denied, right? So
Yeah.
I asked somebody, and I got in on. I talked to a banker. I got cool with her, and she said, "Yeah, let me look and see what's going on." She said, "Oh yeah, looks like there's something LexisNexis."
Yeah.
And she didn't know what it was. And I said, "Oh, okay, that's what it was." So I had to go back, unfreeze everything. SageStream, LexisNexis, Innovis, CoreLogic, checks its own ARS. And I unfroze everything. It came back $25,000. I went from getting denied, having them frozen, to getting $25,000, 0% interest for 18 months, y'all.
That's crazy.
And change.
Somebody said man's high as hell. Who's high as hell?
I'm tired, bro. Look.
Bro, who they talking about?
Hey,
said man's high as hell. What's going on, Kings? What's good? Freeze ARS. Yeah, freeze ARS. Any questions before we drop the Wells Fargo play? Any final questions? We're gonna be closing it out with the Wells Fargo play. Let me know. Let me know. Who's high as hell? I'm trying to figure out who's high as hell. The E person. Someone says somebody's high as hell in here.
Hey man, we
high
Flight
up solutions,
baby. We high up the stairs, baby.
Take Flight Solutions.
Hey, bro. No, man, let's talk about this Wells Fargo play, yo.
Yeah.
So, Wells Fargo, they're giving out the bag, y'all. A lot of people don't know about it. A lot of people think of Wells Fargo, they think of scams, they think of bad reputation. Yes, they've done some shady things in the past. However, it doesn't change the fact that they're giving business owners a break now, right? So I'm gonna tell you, I got $15,000, 0% interest with no hard inquiry. So I went to Wells Fargo, right? I made an appointment. To open up a business checking account and a business savings account. Both. Don't skip the steps. Business checking and a business savings account. You want to go person, make an appointment, shake some hands, meet some people, go in person, open those. When they give you the application, you're gonna put down your bank information. They're gonna ask for your EI. They're gonna ask for your social. You want to go ahead and put your social security number down, right? Fill everything out. You're going to give it back to them. The banker is then going to put the application, run it through the, right? As long as you have strong personal credit the way we tell you to set it up, as long as you have an LLC, right? Preferably 2 years and older, right? It's going to trigger an automatic approval. It's going to trigger an automatic approval between $10,000 and $20,000. 0% interest. They're gonna say, "Hey, it looks like you got pre-approved for our, I think it's your rewards credit." And you say, "Oh, okay, cool, right? This is a pre-approval, it's a soft pull, right?" But in my head, when it first happened to me, I'm thinking, "Okay, well, it's a soft pull. If I go ahead and approve it, they're gonna hit me with a hard inquiry." I asked them, "It's gonna be a hard inquiry." They said, "Nah." Well, I don't know. They went in the bag, they came back, and they said, no, it wasn't going to be a hard inquiry. So I went ahead and through with it. Guess what, y'all? I got approved for $50,000, 0% interest for 12 months with no hard inquiry, y'all. Hard inquiry. And I know this is a repeatable process because I've told about 3 or 4 other people they've ran the play that all got $10,000 to $20,000, 0% interest for 12 months, y'all. Y'all, if y'all haven't run this play, I've talked about it multiple times. You've not run this play, you need to run that play tomorrow before they stop.
Sure.
All right. And the thing is, look, even if they did give a hard inquiry, we know how to remove the motherfuckers, man. We know how to move them. We know how to delete them. right? But just the fact that we don't have to go through the process of calling into the bureaus, writing the letters, that makes this play very beneficial, yo. Easy $15,000. You can use that $15,000 for whatever you need to use to start up your business. If you want to start your Airbnb business, you can use that $15,000. I haven't done it myself, but I know some people who buy cars straight out by using the 0% interest business credit card,
Oh,
right?
that's a play. Yeah.
There's so many ways you can use that. It's about being creative. But now that you have the money, you have the plan, you have the drive. Look, we're no
Yep.
longer being held back because of lack of funds. Because the money is out there, y'all. The money's
Fast. We got a question. If y'all got questions, let us know. How y'all feel about that Wells Fargo play though? Drop some fire emojis if y'all got value from that. Drop some fire emojis if y'all got value from that. Let me know who's gonna run that play. Drop some fire emojis. How y'all feeling about tonight? Drop some emojis. Let us know.
I can't see no emojis.
Let us know. Let us know y'all not sleeping.
I can't.
I know 99% of people don't take action. Let me know who's the 1% in here tonight.
Bro, they're not even gonna run the play, man. We
All
about
right.
to give them everything, man. Because I'm gonna tell you all my manufacturer spending plays too. Because I'm not scared that it's gonna be run up. Because I know y'all not gonna use it anyway.
Hey, man, I dropped all the plays in the course. Some people got the course. They watch the whole course. They still ain't take no action.
Man,
It's still safe with me.
man, it's secret is safe. It's secret is safe. Come on, y'all. Look,
Come on, man. All right, so someone said, okay, no, my guy, he said, how do you remove collections when repairing credit? So credit, like I said, is one of those things where there's so many ways to do different things. I know some of Julian's people's in here, so I don't know if you talk about consumer law too much. So I'll cover the consumer law way. So one consumer law way you can go is obviously go into the Fair Credit Reporting Act, which is 15 USC 1681. And what I would use is there's multiple things you could do, but I would use maybe the simplest one you could do is 15 USC 1681 B number 2, which talks about nothing's supposed to be published on your report without your written instruction. You could also go to the exclusion section. You could use 15 USC 1681 A2B, which talks about any authorization or approval. That authorization or approval was related to the fact that, you got that collection account. You can use basically talking about the experiences or transaction. Your transaction or experience is a fact that that collection is on that account. So by law, that's not supposed to be on there. So you send out that dispute and you basically explain to them the fact that it is inaccurate. When we talk about accuracy, when we're talking about consumer law, accuracy is defined as a measure of value. When I say a measure of value, it means what's valuable to you, the consumer. The consumer means you, I, Julian, all of that. So we're consumers or individuals. It's defined as an individual in the FCRA. It's a different definition in like the FDCPA and stuff like that. But do your research so I'm not capping. So you let them know accuracy is a measure of value. You explain that in your letter. This is round one. You explain accuracy is a measure of value, meaning that whatever's on my report, if it's not valuable to me, it doesn't need to be on my report. Is a collection being on my account beneficial to me, knowing the fact I'm going to go apply for something and I get denied? No. So the information, therefore, is inaccurate. So this is what I explain in, my template letters I help people with, right? So once you explain that, you send that out. That's round one. You want to keep copies of everything. And then how I would follow is I would go with 15 USC 1681S-2 A1A. It basically talks about if they have reasonable cause to believe that something is inaccurate, it has to be deleted or removed. So you want to look at it when you're using consumer law as like a boxing match. I'm going to hit them with this punch over here. Now I'm going to hit them with, this one over here. So really just understand. That's the way you can do it as far as consumer law. If you're talking about medical collections, we can get into the HIPAA stuff. So that's something you could do. You want to talk about any traditional ways, I guess?
yeah, man. Good old fashioned.
Yeah.
Ways you actually, instead of going to the agencies, which you can't. I'm gonna show you something that anybody can do. Break it down. You don't need to break down any type of laws, but the FCRA says that anything on your credit report needs to be accurate, right? And that means anything inaccurate should be removed from your, right?
Yeah.
If you see a collection account on your credit report, there's going to be, if you pull a three bureau credit report, you see a collection on it. It's going to have TransUnion. It's going to have Equifax. It's going to have Experian. What you want to do is match up the information. The easy way to do it, match up the information. I'll look at the date last active. Date last active. If you get My Score IQ, you get Identity IQ, it's going to show that it's going to have 3 dates on there, right?
Yeah.
You want to make sure that these dates are all matched up, right? If one of those bureaus does not have the same date as all the others, it's obviously inaccurate because there should only be one date last active. How are they going to all have different date last active? There's only one true date, right? So that means either all of them are telling a lie, 2 of them are telling a lie, or 1 of them is telling a lie, right?
Yeah.
Or not telling the right information. So now you could actually get a letter, say, hey, credit bureau, I pulled my credit report. I know there's inaccurate information. You're going to list that collection account, right? You're going to list that the account number, right? Then you're going to say, how is Equifax saying that the date last active June 1st, 2019, and Equifax and Transunion are saying blank and blank. Please delete this inaccurate information from my credit report as soon as possible, right? Look, you send that in to the credit bureaus. They may delete it, they may not. However, that may not be the only inaccurate information on your credit report, right? So now they come back and say, verify the information, which they shouldn't, right? It's against the law for them to do that, but you know what happens, right? So now you can go to the next inaccurate information on the credit report. You're going to say the date last open. A lot of times the date last open is not the same. All 3 of the credit bureaus. Equifax might say a date. Experian might say a date. TransUnion might say a different date. That's another accuracy. You do the same thing, right? Do the same thing. Next time you send it in, guess what? It may get deleted. It may not. However, if they verify it again, you have some more information. Look, all the time, there's so many inaccuracies on a credit report you can use, y'all, right? And you keep doing that over and over and over and over, it's eventually going to fall off your phone.
Most definitely. It's about persistence, patience. You saw with what I said, you got to do multiple rounds. You saw with what he said, same thing. Shell says, see if that collection company is registered in your state. Most states don't let out-of-state collection companies collect if they are not registered. Okay, go ahead and add that too. Appreciate that. Also look at the statute of limitations within your state, because a lot of times they'd be like 7 years to be on your credit report, but you might be in a state where it's only 4 or 5 years. So by law, they're not supposed to be collecting on that. Wow. So that's something you can look into as well. Next question. Hopefully that helped. Next question. How to remove inquiry from TransUnion. I covered that on the CAP podcast, so you can look at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. You want to talk about it? I think you talk about it in the podcast too.
Yeah, I think you talk about it in the podcast, man.
Yeah, I literally put out a podcast episode on that. So I'll just say tap into the podcast. But if you want to talk about that, you can too.
Okay, yeah, man. Let's do that. So what you want to do is pull your credit report, right? What you want to do is find the TransUnion inquiries that are not attached to open credit card accounts, right? So they're attached to closed credit card accounts. They're attached to credit accounts that you got denied for. They're attached to student loans, mortgages, whatever. Those could be removed. So what you want to do is write a letter to TransUnion saying, hey, this name inquiry, the date of the inquiry, say this credit report or this inquiry is unauthorized, needs to be removed from my credit report immediately, right? So along with that, you want to attach a copy of your ID, a copy of your utility bill. Utility bill needs to have your name, and it needs to have your most updated address, right? And you want to include your social security, a copy of your social security card. Next, you want to go to ftc.gov. Go to ftc.gov, and you want to report report identity theft. On for that inquiry, saying that this inquiry put on my credit report without my permission, right? You want to print that out. This is not a police report, y'all. Not a police report. This is different. This is not a police report. You want to include this, all 3 documents, right? You want to include that letter. You want to include those your identification information. You include the FTC report, right? You can either do it 2 ways. No, actually, you really want to do it one. You want to send it in certified mail. Send it in certified mail. You want to keep track of when that package actually hits TransUnion. All right. You want to wait a couple days after it hits. What I want you to do is then call TransUnion between 9 and 5. You want to get connected with the fraud department. When you get connected to the fraud department, you want to say, hey, I pull my credit report and I see there are unauthorized inquiries on my credit report. They're going to hit you back saying, yeah, we can't remove these unless you send in FTC report. But guess what, y'all? You already sent in an FTC report. They're going to ask you, okay, if you did, what is the report number? You're going to give them the report number of that FTC report, right? You're going to give them that. They're going to go in the back. They're going to be, oh, yeah, we actually did send it in. And just like that, they're going to say, okay, name all the inquiries that you pull off your credit report. Name off all the training inquiries that you need to get removed in the next 24, 48 hours from your credit report.
That was definitely beautifully said. And I'll add on top of that, 15 USC 1681 C-2 talks about the block of information. And basically it covers the fact of when you submit that identity theft report, the item has to be removed within 4 business days.
Ooh,
so keep that in mind.
Drop that law?
Oh, shit. My bad. I'll be saying stuff I'll be forgetting. 15 USC 1681 C-2. C-2. Look that up. And then I know I saw Shell say something. She dropped something too. 15 USC 66802 will get that collection removed. Also non-affiliated third party. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. And yeah, if you want more information, tap into the CAP podcast. But Julian definitely covered it well. Next question. Any other questions before we get out of here, by the way? So she said, where do y'all buy LLC at? Like what sites? So pretty much the state website. It's usually like sos.whateverstate.gov. So whatever state you're in, I would just go ahead and, get it from there. That's where you would register. Oh, she's at buy, not register.
Oh, you said buy or buy?
Okay, no, I'm tripping. I thought she was talking about like getting.
So
I'm assuming like maybe an age corp or something, right? Is that what you think she means?
I'm not sure. I can't see the comments, so I would want.
Okay, so she said, where do y'all buy LLC at? I took it as where do you register at, which is a state website. But maybe assuming that if she's still here, assuming she's talking about like maybe buying an aged corp. I haven't bought an aged corp, but I forget the exact websites where you can buy them at. But I didn't do it, so I don't want to speak on it. Right. I know Julian got it from a trusted mentor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
what I can do is I could ask my mentor if it's cool. I don't know if I want to give out his information just like that. He may not want it like out.
Yeah.
But if you're interested, DM me. Then we can talk about something.
All right. I think that is the last question. Any other questions before we get out of here? Any other question before you send a collection letter to one of the 3 main bureaus, right? So you can, but I would recommend sending it directly to the furnisher. So there's multiple ways you could do it. I personally tell everyone attack everybody, but definitely you got to think about it like, okay, these collection agencies are having a problem with you. It's published on your report. Why not take it up with the person that you got the issue with?
Right.
You feel me? So I would take it with the furnisher of information. That's who I would send it to.
Most effective ways to attack them in all right. I talked about one direction, just with the credit bureaus, how you need to be attacking them with them directly with the collection agency also.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. Okay, I think that's it. I know some of y'all was saying save the live. Like I said, I was on live last month. If y'all know Durain with the consumer laws, we gave a lot of heat. Damn. They said we out of here. So hopefully they let me save it, but I'll do my best.
I'm blown because I missed that too, man. But I did catch him on the Brain Picker podcast. Did you peep that?
Oh yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
crazy.
But yeah, I appreciate y'all. Julian, make sure y'all tap in with him, go follow him, DM him, tap into his services. And yeah, tap into the podcast interview, go to catacticsllc.com. You can get that information there. Appreciate y'all. Anything you got to say, Julian?
Man, look, I mean, this is what I live and die for, man. Giving out this information. I tell people all the time, I don't charge for information. I'll charge for my time. So that's why I try to give everything I got on a lives like this. You look on my Instagram, I give out this information freely because I strongly believe in information, applied information, you said it's free, y'all. Look,
Definitely.
feel free to hit me up. Hit me up if you got questions, man. If I got time, I'll reply back. I don't hold anything back. But look, if I give y'all information to implement it, this is not show and tell type of thing. Look, this is really, we're here for a reason.
Yeah.
Live right now, giving out this information. He doesn't have to create a podcast to give out all this information for free. We're doing this to be able to give back to our community. Love to see our people thrive through using information, leveraging their credit to uplift their lives, y'all. All right?
Right.
So please use this information and run with it.
Most definitely. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate y'all.
Sure.
Y'all have a blessed one.